Hey there, thanks for watching. And today we're going to look at using the AKAI MPK Mini connected to Midi into an Android phone. And then we're going to do some recording with the app called BandLab. And BandLab was part of Cakewalk before, but now it's got apps to use on iOS, Android, and Windows. Okay, so we're going to look at a couple of things today. Thanks for being here. We're going to check out a couple of really quick, easy ways that you can start recording on your smartphone. And if you happen to have a MIDI keyboard around, we're going to use the AKAI MPK Mini. I'll show you a quick clip of that here. There we go. So we're going to use the AKAI MPK Mini. And what we're going to do is we're going to connect using the USB cable, and we're going to connect it directly into an Android smartphone. Okay, so this one is a LG G7 ThinQ, but it'll work for any Android device with latest software on it. I think this one has Android Oreo on it, and I think as far back as, which one would it be? Marshmallow, I think, added this functionality in for the audio engine, the ability to see MIDI devices. It was probably earlier than that, but I think you needed extra apps for it. Anyway, Android's got a pretty robust audio system. I know they've been rebuilding it, later revisions of Android, and making Android a little bit more of a user-friendly audio device as well, instead of it always being iOS. So hopefully other developers and stuff like that will come around to making more apps for Android now that the audio system is a little more usable than it was before. The latency before was just crazy. Now it's pretty good, and you can actually build latency fixing apps into the app. So today we're going to look at BandLab. So what we're going to use today is a cool little thing. We're going to use this device because the AKAI MPK, sorry, I'll show you this device here. The AKAI MPK Mini is USB powered. What you want to do is make sure that your MPK Mini is set to default MIDI settings. Okay, now for me, I've got it set to program select. And what I will do also is show you the editor. So we've got the MPK Mini here, and what we're seeing on the screen is actually the MPK Mini editor. And if you wanted more information on how you can set that up, you can go to AKAI's website and download the MPK Professional Editor, and it comes with a manual, so you'll be able to quickly set up any differences that you need to change with the programs that are already defaulted out of the box. Okay, so now we're going to check out the MPK, and we're going to see how we can get this going in BandLab. Okay, so I'm just going to open up BandLab. Okay, I've got a track open up here already, but you know what, just for the sake, let's start a new one here. So right in the bottom here, as soon as I change that, just click the plus sign. Okay, and it's going to ask, well, what do you want to make? Let's say you can import audio. You can do a voice and mic. Let's do MIDI instruments. You can do a looper, you can do guitar. In this case, we're going to do MIDI. Okay, here's a kit that I saved, a metal drum kit. And we can look for drum kits here, drum pads. Haven't got anything there. We can click on Discover, and you can download different kits that have been already uploaded. Okay, we can just do a dry kit. Let's download a hard rock kit. You can test them just by hitting the play button on the side here. Sounds pretty good to me. And we'll see if I got this. There we go. Right on. Okay, so now all we're going to do is we're going to get some programming done here, and we'll start getting this song here. If I can find the screen, there we go. Okay, so now we're going to just record using the MPK Mini straight into BandLab. And I'm just going to move that to landscape there for you. Okay, and all you need to do here is click this little down arrow. Okay, we've got our track, hard rock. It's ready to record. We've got metronome right in the bottom here. Okay, so I'm going to turn that on. If you want to change the BPM, just click on the settings. Okay, and you can tap it here. That sounds about right. We'll go 115. We'll go try 135. I like it. All right. So let's start recording. So we can hit the settings here. We'll get rid of that. We'll go back to the wave. Okay, now when you click the settings on the side here, you can mute or solo the track that you're working on. Okay, you can mute or solo that on the side. You can pan it left or right here as well. Okay, now if you have a latency issue, here's another cool thing you can do with BandLab. I mentioned earlier about the latency thing, so if you click on settings and scroll down, okay, here's the metronome volume. You can change the signature, 4/4 timing, we'll leave that. It's got a guitar tuner in it. Snap to grid is on. Latency fix. Okay, so you can tap on that. I've already done the latency test, but let me walk you through it. I'll retake it. It's going to play some audio, and then it's going to find out exactly what the latency is between the sound coming out of the speaker and what the input is in the software. There you go, 64 millisecond latency. Click on apply. Okay, audio input channels. Right now we have 2. Okay. If I hit 2 channels, it's going to change the latency. So if you want to hit 2 channels, retake the latency test. All right, so let's record something. So we got our settings here. Not going to be monitoring it. We'll just use the speaker. Okay. And we should be good. So we'll just click on the audio again. Click the down arrow. And we'll start recording here. So I'm just going to hit the record button. I'll start hitting some pads, and hopefully something good comes out. And be gentle, I'm not a great Midi pad player. How was that? Terrible, right? All right, let's see what happened. All right, cool. All right. Let's switch the bank. Not bad, right? Add another track here. And we're not going to import anything. We're going to go to MIDI instruments. And what should we find? Let's find synth bass. And we'll move that down. Go to the front of our track. Hit record. That was awful. But you know what? Doesn't matter. Let's hear how it sounds. And for good measure, let's throw another one in there. So I still had my first two tracks set to record. So now that I've got the violin soloed, I've got some action happening here. So now what I'm going to do is just record a quick string in there. This is so bad. Okay. You get the point. The point being is that all it takes is an Android phone, a free BandLab app, and a $125 AKAI Professional MPK Mini, and a USB cable to make whatever music you want. And you can download all of those instruments for free off of the cloud when you click on Discover in BandLab. And yeah, I just think it's pretty cool that you can use an app like that. It's got like almost no latency. It's good enough for you to record with and keep doing multi-tracks over top of each other. And it sounds pretty good. So, you know, you're not going to release any music with that, but you can get your ideas down. And that's really what the biggest thing is getting the ideas down so that you can quickly just dump any information that you've got in your head, put it quickly into an app so that you don't forget it, because we know like you get an idea riding the bus, and what are you going to do on a bus? You're not going to be able to hum anything into your microphone because it's going to be like the worst recording ever. At least this way, if you got headphones, you can monitor this as you're riding on the bus or riding with someone else, carpooling or whatever. Who knows when the idea comes to you? You can get this stuff down as soon as you can. Anyway, thanks for being here again. If you're a subscriber, thank you very much for subscribing. If you're not a subscriber, click on the subscribe button at the bottom here. And otherwise, as always, keep making music.